It's me. Welcome to the video and welcome to my new office slash library. I moved. This room is actually the last that I need to tackle because it has the most, I guess, pieces. And I figured you guys might want to see it, so here we are. First thing is first, so let me show you what we're working with. So here is my 316 books. I use an app to keep track of everything. It's called My Library. It's not sponsored or anything, but I've just used it for years. Here are my shelves. I have 3 Billy bookcases from IKEA with room for a 4th, but I won't need a 4th right now because I don't have enough books for that. So right now on these top shelves, I have basically all of the little knickknacks that I like to intersperse in the shelves. But these top shelves and then the top of the bookcases are going to be reserved for my Harry Potter stuff, which I won't bore you with that. I'll do that off camera. But today we're just going to be focusing on these guys here. Now the first thing I'm going to do is kind of map out where I want everything to go. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm really trying to like branch out with different genres that I want to read. This past year, I definitely started getting more into horror. I started getting more into essays, and I started getting more into romance. One that I did not touch on is fantasy. I do want to try and get into that. And I'm also picking up like a little bit of nonfiction here and there, but I have the books. I just haven't read a lot of them yet. So I have organized my shelves in a bunch of different ways over the years. I did the color way, which I thought looked really nice, but I couldn't find anything. I've never tried it by author last name just because I don't know my authors as well as I know my titles or book covers. You are not gonna go to the bathroom right now. I want to go by genre, and in order to do that I need to figure out how many genres I have, what I have, and how many shelves I think I need to allocate. Also, in the past have played around with 2 methods of storing my to be read books. I have both integrated them into the shelves before and wrote them in my reading journal. I've also dedicated just a shelf to them as well. But I think I want to try something new this time. So I've seen some people make like to be read like reading jars. So basically all of the books on their to be read list, they write them down on little scraps of paper and then they put them in a jar. And then when they want to read one, they just pick one out at random. Because I have had books on here for maybe the entire year and I just haven't touched them because I just go out and buy new books instead. So I think this will be fun. It'll be like a game for me. Maybe that'll get me to like work through my to be read because it's getting too long for my lugging. It's not long by any means. It's definitely not as long as some people's. I'll do a proper count at the end, but it's longer than I'm used to. And I like to get through my books and, you know, be like, yeah, I've read everything on my shelves because that just feels good to me. Let me get down to tabbing my shelves and figuring out where everything's gonna go, and then we'll get into the fun part, which is tossing around a lot of books. All right, so here we are, current progress. This shelf we have classics. This shelf is mine. We have more classics over here. Down here we have fiction, literary fiction, horror, romance, writing, poetry, essays, and then we have memoirs. Down at the bottom we just have big books that I didn't feel like putting up top. Young adult and young adult. So now that I got everything up here and I know everything fits, I'm gonna go through and refine and make it look nice, because I was just literally throwing it up there just to get it off the ground and to make sure that I have allocated enough shelves for what I need. So let's go. Welcome to my bookshelves. I am very happy with how they turned out. What's even better is I have room to grow and they look really beautiful. All right, let's take a closer look. So I think I pretty much stuck to my layout that I wanted to do. The top two is Harry Potter. Right here we have some classics. We have my books, my to be read jar that we just made, which is full, and my reading journal. And continuing with more classics, down here we have fiction, and I've kind of sub-genred them a little bit. So like towards the end here we have more like historic fiction, we have some like thrillers and like sci-fi dystopian. Over here we have like some contemporary fiction. Going here we have like more darker fiction, and then here we have literary fiction. Dropping it down to my horror shelf, well, one of the horror shelves, pretty self-explanatory. Here we have my Stephen King shelves and my, I don't know, Raven Skull thing. Here we have a romance. I have my like writing books. Again, room to grow. Here we have poetry and anthology, I think, pretty much, yeah. Here we have my nonfiction, which is a lot of memoirs, mostly memoirs, I want to say. Dropping down to the bottom shelves here, I have some old textbooks. I have some big books, I have some picture books, books that some of them are too tall to stand up, so I'm just like, let's just put the heavy ones down there. And then moving to my middle bottom shelf, we have young adult slash middle slash juvenile, some of my favorite books when I was a kid, so on and so forth. And same thing over here. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck with whatever writing project you are working on, or good luck organizing your shelves. And I hope this gave you some inspiration. See you soon.